to talk to everybody and see if we can work something out.
A unique Northern Kentucky job fair that's all about the second chance. Good evening. A criminal record can mean a life sentence of unemployment, but it doesn't have to.
Yeah, today a first of its kind job fair in Covington. We reached out to men and women struggling to get back into the job market. And Local 12's Joe Webb joins us now live from Covington, where they drew a crowd of job seekers today, didn't they, Joe?
They did, Brad. You know, the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce was hoping for 50 job seekers at its first reentry job fair today, but nearly 200 people showed up. Last week, Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin signed an executive order that removed the criminal record checkbox off of state job applications. He encouraged at that time that private businesses do the same thing, and it appears they are listening.
Hi. Once you've signed in for the job fair, feel free to go on in.
12 employers, everything from casinos to paper bag makers, were open for applicants Tuesday at the Kenton County Library in Covington. All applicants. Michael Chames has an old criminal record, 4 children, and hopes that the new talk about second chances is not just talk.
Yeah, to find steady work, yeah, most likely. I've been at temp agencies and stuff like that, but after like 6 months to a year, they get rid of you because of your record, because they can't hire you on through the company.
Things are changing. Kentucky's governor took the criminal record box off the state job applications last week, and many local businesses are following suit. Michael Chames was viewed as a job applicant today, not an ex-con.
We sit down and we talk to each applicant, and if it's something that we can work through, we bring them on.
And I don't think that your background determines who you really are. There's people out there that make a mistake, and maybe it's a big one, maybe it's not.
And the chamber thinks it's a big mistake for companies to simply ignore anyone with a criminal record. They may be missing out on the next good hire.
There are over 150,000 Kentuckians with a criminal background. So that's a huge number to completely discount from the workforce. So if we want someone to not reoffend, then we need to give them an opportunity to quality employment.
Michael Chames did not leave the job fair with a job, but he did leave with hope. He liked what he heard from those who are hiring.
It shows that, there are still good people out here that gives people opportunities to better themselves in life, even though they made a bad decisions like I did.
Now, the companies here today were open to hiring people with criminal pasts, but they say background checks and drug screens are still a big part of their hiring process. Now, a violent criminal history or a recent criminal history obviously could still be a deal breaker. But Brad, I got to tell you, every time we do stories about childhood poverty, which we've really been focusing on for the last year and a half, this issue comes up. People say, how can my kids have a good standard of living if I can't get a job because I have a criminal past? Michael Chames says that was the reason he was here today, to hopefully make a difference in his life and for his children. Reporting live in Covington, Joe Webb, Local 12 News. Brad?
Yeah, this may be a big part of that puzzle, Joe. Thanks very much. Well, there's another reason that people have trouble finding work. It's not just what's in their background. It might be what's on their bodies. Now, a group of local volunteers helping people do something about that as well. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, see how they're helping people who have spent time behind bars erase that old part of their life.